Hey there, everybody. Franklin Taggart here, and it is time for a virtual coffee break. I have my coffee. Grab your beverage. Let's chat for a minute. I had a conversation this morning, and the person I was talking with asked me how it is that I am getting these daily coffee break videos finished. And I just wanted to share my process a little bit so that you can understand how I set things up so that I can get things done fairly efficiently. I think the first thing that I would talk about is that content, the stories that I tell, all come from conversations that I've had, usually that day or the day before. And they can be conversations with a family member, a friend, a client, anyone like that. But just like today, the conversation this morning turned to the process of creating these videos and podcasts that are a daily short solo show. So the content ideas generally, I don't do a lot of planning for. I haven't created a content calendar. I haven't done anything like that. It's just like, this is the thing that's on my mind because it's something that I've just talked about, and I'm going to go ahead and just go with that. Some people like to have a little bit more structure than that. I'm pretty comfortable just talking about whatever it is that's on my mind in the moment. Most of the time I can string 2 sentences together okay. But the content is generally something that is right in the moment for me. For the longer podcasts, the interview podcasts, there's a little bit more preparation that goes into those, in that I send a questionnaire out to my guests, and we go through, the questions that are on that questionnaire. That's kind of our starting place, and then my curiosity takes us the rest of the way. But usually those recordings are quite a bit longer, usually about 45 minutes, sometimes as long as an hour. But I also like to edit those and create segments out of them, which is a longer process. Getting back to my daily videos and podcasts. I record using an app called Camtasia. It's by a company called TechSmith. And I've been using Camtasia since about 2018. I actually first heard about it quite a bit longer, many more years ago than that. And I had tried a trial out back then, but didn't end up going with it at that time. But in 2018, I was just ready to find something that was very easy to learn, very easy to use, and consistently gave me, good quality. And I have been very happy overall with Camtasia. As with any software, sometimes there are bugs. And there were some mysterious crashes on my old computer. Ended up being conflict with the video card that I had. But that wasn't limited to Camtasia. That happened in almost every video app that I tried on that particular computer. The computer that I have now works beautifully. I ended up going with a gaming computer because it has a lot of resources. It has a AMD Ryzen processor and really nice Radeon graphics card. So for video, it works beautifully. I haven't had any glitches with this one at all. So anyway, getting back to it, with Camtasia, I can record. I can make screen recordings. I can make webcam recordings. I can upload video from, other cameras and other sources and mix them all together. It's a very easy editing program to learn how to use. One of the things that I do like about it is that there are some limitations that it has that other video editing programs don't have. The limitations actually make it easier to use. So Camtasia is where I start with the recording process. I record my episode and then I go in to Camtasia. It's all right there already. And I can, the first thing that I wanted to mention though is that in Camtasia, I've created a template. I do templates in Camtasia for all of the show ideas that I'm going to be doing a repetitive format for. So for all of my podcasts, I have a template. For the daily coffee break, I have a template. The template just has the front card, the end card, the text overlay, and then it has a placeholder for where I would put my video track. So all I really have to do once I've recorded the video is to just drag that over the placeholder, and the placeholder will get replaced by the video track that I've just created. Very easy to do. And then there's some light editing. I add the title. I save the copy. I put I trim whatever I need to trim, and make cuts if I need to cut anything. And then I put fades in. And usually the recording and editing process takes about 15 minutes. The template makes that a lot easier. I don't put a lot of time into thumbnails for YouTube. Honestly, I haven't found that makes that much of a difference. And when I see my screen on YouTube, generally it stands out. And that's all I really want it to do. So I'm not too worried about creating unique thumbnails that take a lot of time. There are a lot of people out there that do that. Honestly, for me, I tried it for a while and it didn't make that much difference. When I have done all of my edits, I go ahead and render the final copy. You can't use a Camtasia file on YouTube. And so I render the final MP4, and then I upload it to YouTube. In YouTube, I've got a template also set up that just has all of the standard repetitive answers in it. The only thing that I usually have to repeat is I have to edit the title, if there are any punctuation marks in it, or if I want to remove the date from the title, I'll do that. And then once it's uploaded to YouTube, I upload a thumbnail, which is something where I've actually just shot one frame from the video and made that my thumbnail. And then I upload it to YouTube and go through all of the YouTube description and make sure that I include 3 hashtags in the description. If you include 3 hashtags in the description, your hashtags show up over your title when people open the video. And I find that the hashtags have been helping me get in front of some new viewers on YouTube. The next thing that I do once it's uploaded to YouTube is I copy the description from YouTube. I go over to Anchor. Now, Anchor is affiliated with Spotify, and Spotify in the last year has started to allow podcasters to upload video to Spotify. And what they do when you upload the video to Spotify, they actually take the audio from the video and they release that as the podcast. So uploading to YouTube and uploading to Spotify, I just copy and paste the title and the description. I do have to go in and put live links in if there are any to put in. I don't have to put live links in on YouTube. They do that automatically. But if I need live links in my Spotify description, I have to go in there and copy and paste them. And then the last thing that I do is I embed both the video and the audio from Anchor in a blog post on my blog. So that takes usually about 30 minutes from beginning to end, from the idea for the recording to the recording process itself, to the light editing and rendering. Uploading usually takes between 30 and 40 minutes. And that's about it. It's fairly simple, very streamlined. Oh, the one thing that I forgot to add. I make a podcast cover on Canva, and I use the podcast cover for both the podcast episode on Spotify and on my blog. My blog is set up so that square images are perfectly sized for the blog's front page. So I do that in Canva. Again, it's a template. I just copy and paste. I put the new title in, and download it as a PNG file. Very simple, very straightforward. But when all is said and done, my episode is available on YouTube. It's available both as a video and an audio on Spotify. It's available on the 10 platforms that Spotify distributes it to. And it's available on 2 other platforms that I have set up my feed to go to. And so in about 40 minutes, I can create a new piece of content that is then distributed on 15 different channels, and including my blog. So if you have any questions about that at all, get in touch. And if you're looking for, a way to create your own kind of quick content channel, I'm happy to work with you on that. That is something that I've helped a lot of people do. I have a special coaching program that's a 12-week program for basically any kind of content channel that you want to build from the ground up and get in front of your first round of audience members. It's a 12-week program, and I'm happy to work with you on that. All you have to do is get in touch through my website, franklintaggart.com. Wow, that's all, folks. I'm going to move along now and be done for the day. I hope wherever it is and whatever time it is for you, that you're having a good one. And again, thank you always for your time and your attention. See you tomorrow. So long.